Okay, so today is the first class for CSAT, and most probably we will put this video on YouTube also, because we have a lot of audiences and lot of learners on YouTube also. So for them the first class will be always available on YouTube. And anyways, so now CSAT is again becoming a challenging subject for those students, particularly from the arts stream or non-science background, because they find it very difficult to solve the CSAT paper. And today's session is specifically meant for those people who are especially from arts background or some other non-science background, or those students who find CSAT very difficult. So in today's class I will try to make the CSAT paper extremely easy, and hopefully you will be in a very comfortable situation after today's session. So basically first I will tell you about the CSAT paper, that what is this CSAT paper in today's class, and then I will tell you that what are the different sections present in this paper. And in order to make you understand, I have brought the previous year question and I have placed it. So all the today's class will be based on the PYQ. So your PYQ will also be having a good, you will having a good analysis of your PYQ also. So I have brought the question paper also, and then I will tell you that what are the different sections and what kind of questions are asked in your paper. So sections as well as different style of questions which are asked last year, and similar type of questions will be asked this year also. So with this content you will be able to prepare your CSAT paper very effectively and very easily also. So sections I will discuss, and then I will try to tell you that what kind of questions they have asked, and altogether there are 26 group of questions. So some questions in one particular group there are one question also. So altogether whatever analysis I have done, I have found out that 26 different style of questions was asked last year. So you will be experiencing the same type of questions in this year also, and you have to prepare it accordingly. Okay, the question will change but the topic remains same. Okay, so based on that we will be making our classes from now onwards. Anyway, so let's discuss that what is this basically CSAT paper and why this was introduced in civil services exams. Because in UPSC this trend started around 2013, this paper was introduced. The full form of this paper is basically Civil Services Aptitude Test. So why this paper was introduced? Because the UPSC believed, after the UPSC, some other state PCS like Meghalaya, Assam, Arunachal, Jammu Kashmir, they all have introduced their CSAT paper in their syllabus. So the basic idea was to calculate the analytical skill of a person or the reasoning ability of a person. Because in civil services exam they don't wanted the persons who just simply memorize everything and come in the examination process and they clear the exam. So they wanted to have those persons in the services which have good reasoning capacity as well as analytical skills. So this is the sole idea that this paper was introduced in civil services exam, because suppose a SDM is there or SDO is there, so he should be a person who have some kind of reasoning skill or who have some kind of at least minimum amount of aptitude. So basically this paper was introduced for that purpose. Now how this paper is becoming challenging, and within that challenge itself there is solution hidden. So let me tell you about this more, that this paper is basically qualifying paper. Okay, qualifying paper, that means you only need to pass in this paper, that you achieve the minimum qualifying marks and that's it. There is no requirement of becoming a topper in this paper. So the minimum qualifying marks are 33%. Okay, and the total marks for this paper, total marks is 200. The total number of questions in this paper, total questions will be 80. Unlike GS paper, that is paper 1 has 100 questions, but paper 2 CSAT paper, this is basically paper 2, and after GS paper when you appear for paper 1 in the second sitting you will find this paper. Okay. So I will also tell you about the challenge that when it is conducted in the second sitting, so what challenge it is having anyway. So it will have 80 questions and the total marks are 200, and it says that you need to score only 33% marks. That means if you are scoring total of 66 marks, that means you have passed it, you have qualified this paper. Because always remember, whenever the evaluation starts, when you appear for the exam, then you filled all the OMR, you submitted the OMR, when the Meghalaya Public Service Commission will start evaluating your paper, then this paper will be evaluated first. GS paper is evaluated second. So why this paper is evaluated first? Because those students who fail to achieve this marks, 66 marks or 33% marks, their GS1 paper will not be evaluated because they have not qualified in the CSAT. So our most important task is to achieve at least 66 marks, and 66 marks out of 200. And I will tell you some methods with which any person, whether he belongs to an arts background, whether he belongs to a science background, engineering background, any background, you can clear this paper very, very easily without solving a single maths question, because the people are afraid of the maths question present in it. Okay, so without solving a single maths question, you can easily clear this paper. Okay, so now I want to discuss that what are the basic segments involved in this paper. That what are the segments? Maths is there, then reasoning is there, then there is comprehension. So what are the basic segments which are present in this paper? So if you find the paper, I have the paper with myself. Let me show you first. And this is the paper of previous year. Okay, and in the previous year, this is the first page. So here there are instructions that there are 80 questions and total marks will be 200. In 2 hours you have to solve this paper. So now if you see the first page, so there is question number 1 to 9, means for question number 1 to 9 comprehension is there. That means the first segment is the comprehension. Okay, so I think up to question number 28 there is comprehension segment. So there will be 28 questions of comprehension. That 28 questions were last year, but initially you have to solve the comprehension first. So if you see here, the first segment is basically reading comprehension and language, and the questions covered are 1 to 28. That means around 35% questions are comprehension questions. Now you will be getting idea that why I am telling you that without solving any single kind of mathematics you can easily solve this paper. So what we saw here, that there are around 35% questions which are eventually from the comprehension segment. Now coming to the second segment, question number 29 onwards. So if you see question number 29 onwards, what you are going to find here, that question number 29 onwards is basically mathematics. So if you are going down, then try to find out question number 29 onwards, the second segment. So here it is. Now you can find here that question belongs to something like numerical ability. So here is a different question, but beyond that there are questions of numerical ability, basically mathematics, basic mathematics. Average is there, profit loss can be there. All these questions are in second segment. So here what we are going to find, that in second segment there are from question number 29 to 48 there is mathematics involved here, and the weightage of mathematics is only 25%. So those students who are finding mathematics extremely difficult, they are not able to solve it, what they have to do, they have to simply omit this. No need to prepare mathematics. You can simply remove this 25% from your preparation, that you don't want to study mathematics. You solve only 75%. You got it? Because what will happen, around 17 to 18 questions of mathematics will be left, and remaining questions you can solve it. So there will be around 60 questions, 62 or 60 questions you can solve, and within that question also you can clear your exam. Because why? What our calculation says, if you see the calculation, that in order to achieve 66 marks, how many questions you have to solve out of 80 question. So if you see that each question carries here 2.5 marks. Okay, 2.5 marks. That means in order to achieve 66 marks, you have to solve around 27 questions only. Only 27 questions. So just think how easy it is, because there are 28 comprehensions only. If you solve the comprehensions correctly, and suppose 28 comprehensions are there, then few reasoning, you solved around 35 to 40 questions, out of which 5-6 are wrong, still you are clearing this paper. So why to bother about the mathematics? If you are not able to solve mathematics, then leave it simply. So you have option that whatever segment you are feeling that I am not able to solve this segment, then simply leave it. It's very, very easy. You got it? So now you have to just 27 questions you have to correct, and then you are selected. Then you have qualified basically, not selected, because if in GS you achieve good marks, then only you can get selected. So basically this is a qualifying paper, and you can simply leave the maths portion, you can simply leave any other portion of your choice. I recommend you, and it is a common practice, no one leaves comprehension, because comprehension is solvable with everyone, because it is just a passage is given, all the answers are hidden in the passage. My very old video is there, in which I have told you about that how you are going to solve comprehension in just 1 minute. So it is my very old video. The language is English basically, but for APSC I made that video. After that, for around 1.5 years we never made any video. So anyway, so you can refer to that class, or in our classes I will tell you that how you are going to solve comprehension in 1 or 2 minutes. Okay, in our subsequent lectures. Anyway, so what is your goal? You have to achieve at least 27 correct questions, then you can clear this exam. So how you are going to make it? So you try to attempt 50 questions, 45 to 50 questions. This should be your attempt. Okay, you have left mathematics, you have left reasoning, you have left data interpretation, then also you can easily clear. You just go with the comprehension and other segments, then you attempt 45 to 50 questions, and then after that, if suppose 15 questions are wrong also, then also you are clearing this paper. So this will be our strategy. No need to go and prepare it holistically and take 1 year. No, finish this in 5 days, because you cannot prepare for comprehension. Comprehension is simply language. If you are, all the answers are hidden in the passage, no need to prepare for it separately. You can directly go in the exam and read that passage and solve the questions. So very few preparation will be there for the reasoning part, the mirror image and all this kind of, so it will require very less preparation. So now with this analysis you can find out that this CSAT paper is very, very easy and very achievable. Okay, so now you can see here the third section after question number 48, 49 and 50, I think around up to 50 also there are some questions. So 49 to 56 is basically interpersonal response and situational judgment type of question, because in this CSAT paper you will not find the paper according to CGL paper, the combined graduate level paper. You will not find the paper similar to that paper, or any other one-day exam you will not find that paper. Here they have provided different kind of reasoning. And always remember, if you are preparing for UPSC, it doesn't guarantee that you will clear MPSC paper also, CSAT paper, because in UPSC there is different nature of question. In CSAT the pattern is same, they are also asking 80 questions, every question is 2.5 marks, pattern is almost same, the comprehension is almost same, but they have, in reasoning part they have different kind of questions, in MPSC they have different kind of questions. So do not get confused with that. Okay, so you have to prepare. If you want to qualify for MCS exam, you have to prepare it accordingly. If you are going for APSC or Arunachal Pradesh Public Service Commission exam, then you have to look at those papers, because in every paper there is some distinction, there is some uniqueness. Okay, and today we are going to discuss about the uniqueness of the MCS paper, the last year MCS paper. So as you can see, Logical analytical reasoning, this is again a very big segment, 30% questions. So if you are trying to solve all these two segments only, then also you can very easily qualify this paper. And always remember, these 3 segments are very easy and everybody can solve it. Okay, you start studying maths, it will take you 1 month, because you want to learn about the average. In the later portion I will tell you about that, what questions are coming in the maths. Okay, so this is how the papers are arranged. This is the breakup of the CSAT paper, and within the first day itself you have to make up your mind that which segments you are going to prepare. I am not discouraging you to prepare. If you are very good at mathematics, you can prepare 25% of that. You can prepare mathematics also, because some students, they are appearing for CGL, they are appearing for other government exams, their mathematics is good, they can prepare this segment also. It is a bonus for them. But you need not qualify, you need not go to become a topper in this CSAT paper that you have scored 180 out of 200. It is not needed. Save all the effort for your mains exam, or save all the effort for your GS part. That is why I am telling you. Okay, if you are passing in 33%, why you are going to score 180 marks and 160 marks in that? Okay, so whatever your strategy, you have to make it, because I am providing you the choice. It is you who has to decide. I am providing you materials for every segment. It is the you who has to decide. Let me be very clear. Okay, all the decisions have to be made by you. Okay, choices I will give. Anyway, so now we want to discuss with the help of previous year question that what kind of sections were present and how the nature of question paper was, and you can simply expect the same nature of questions this year. Only the content of the question will change. Anyway, so let us start discussing. The first segment, as I told you, was comprehension, which I shown you, and based on that you can simply go and attempt. So now the comprehensions in MPSC exam are very different, because for one comprehension they have large number of questions. Means for one passage they have given large number of questions. Okay, so up to 27, if you can see here, that for one passage they have given 8-9 questions. So it is very, I think, very beneficial for you, because with only one passage you can solve 8 to 9 questions. What more better question can they give? Okay, so I will discuss the trick in later classes, that how reading after the how you can solve the questions in 1 or 2 minutes without reading this passage. You need not read the whole passage, because with this approach you can, with a layman approach, you cannot solve it in 1 or 2 minutes. It will take lot of time. Okay, so I will tell you in later classes, but for the sake of understanding, the section 1 means if you make a grouping of the questions, then group 1 will be comprehension. Now coming to the second group of questions which they have asked after this question number, they have asked this question number 29. Okay, so it is a kind of missing number question. So second number is basically they have given a figure. In this year's exam there can be a different kind of figure. So this is a unique question and only one question is there. So there will be a missing number in figure puzzle. Okay, so a geometrical figure is there is some relations between the number, and what should be present in this number you have to identify. So it will be like odd, even number, prime number, square root. So relation you have to find, that what is the relationship between these, and you have to provide here the exact missing number. So these are trick questions. With one trick you can solve it in 10 seconds. Okay, so these are very easy to score. I suggest you that you should not leave these kind of questions. Anyway, so we will solve it later. So second type is basically there is a diagram given, and in that diagram there is a missing number which you have to find, because all numbers, most of the numbers are related to each other. There has to be some sequence. Okay, now third category which you are going to find here is number arrangement and divisibility. The question number 30, if you can see. Now always focus on the question paper. Whenever you are watching any lecture, you should have a pen and paper with yourself, and you should mark that whatever I am telling you. So you should have, whenever you look at the question paper, just when I will upload this paper, this lecture, you go take the printout of CSAT paper and sit with that CSAT paper, okay, and then mark that what groupings, what kind of question is asked, so that you can prepare accordingly, okay. So for now you can write that in piece of paper, okay. So now there is again a unique question, the question number 30, that number arrangement and divisibility. So there is a basically a set of questions, it will be divisible by 3 or it will be divisible by 5, and then you have to find. So it is a common CGL question. If you don't like it, then you can simply remove it, because from question number 29 to question number 48, everything is basically mathematics. So you can simply leave these type of questions if you are not good at mathematics. If you are very good at solving all these kind of questions, you are a banking aspirant, then you can go for it, no problem. So third question is basically again the mathematics is involved, there should be a relation, and you have to find that answer anyway. Then you can have some clock questions. It is again based on that you can see the clock question here, that what kind of question they have asked. So it will be question number 31 probably, and if you see here that question number 31, so half is written here, at what time between 4 and 5 o'clock will the hands of a clock be at right angle. So this is a clock type of question, very common question among CGL and SSC aspirants. So you have to identify that when it is at right angle, what will be the time, or you will be given a time, you will have to identify the angle and vice versa. So these are clock based questions and you have to solve it. So you can see here these are the options, and then you can solve the questions. Then the next segment here is basically you understood the clock based question. Then the next segment is basically, I don't know why they have placed a question like this. This is a computer awareness kind of question. This is basically a GS question. It is not required in CSAT paper. It is a GS question, but still I think by mistake they have placed this kind of question here, because if you want to put this, that which group this question belongs, so awareness in the field of IT and space or a common GK type of question, this is there. So I don't know why they have placed this in CSAT paper. So you can expect that next year you will not find this type of question, but still if it is present, it can be treated as a separate group in which some kind of computer based question can come. For single question is there, no need to panic that lot of questions will be there. In GS part, in general studies, you will find some questions related to IT and space. Web 3.0 is asked, blockchain technology, artificial intelligence, internet of things, all these questions come in general studies. So here this question came like this, that what is a browser basically. So again a GS question is there, but it is misplaced in the CSAT paper. So this was question number 32. The next group of question is basically data sufficiency type questions. Data sufficiency. Now what is this basically? Data sufficiency means that there is some question that what is the sum of first two, all belongs to mathematics. Okay, I don't say that group is changing. All are from the mathematics part. You can simply leave it. But still those who are interested, they can follow it. And some questions are very, very easy to solve. What is the sum of the first two even natural numbers out of a group of 5 even natural numbers? Now there are 2 statements given. And here the thing is that statement 1 alone is sufficient. Whatever there written is, the conclusion is that statement 1 alone is sufficient to tell about everything related to this. Or statement 2 alone is sufficient to answer this question. There are 2 statements. All the 5 numbers are consecutive number. The second number is double 4. So this type of question can come even not from the math side, but it can go in any kind of reasoning question also. That statement 1 alone is sufficient or statement 2 alone is sufficient to reach the conclusion or provide a meaningful answer for this question. So you can find this type of questions also. This is a single question, question number 33. Now you can find another type of question which is basically number property statement question. So here LCM or HCF might be given, properties of the number. So there can be LCM or HCF is given, then you have to find some kind of number. So both P and Q may be prime number, both one number may be prime and other composite, both the numbers may be composite. So basically it is from the topic of natural numbers or the numbers. So you have to have a good idea of whole number, prime number, natural number, odd number, even number, integers, everything you have to have an idea in order to solve these type of questions. So this is again, this type of question has come in last year. Okay, all are from the maths category questions. Anyway, apart from that, now I have not written every single question, rather I have written like a group. Apart from that, there are questions from average, ratio proportion, income expenditure, percentage, population, profit loss, compound interest, mensuration, pipes and system, speed time, time and work, partnership mixture. So you can have this set of standard mathematics question, and this belong to class 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You can easily solve it if you are good at solving it. Otherwise, leave it simply, because all of this mathematics and all the mathematics question which are from question number 29 to 48, their weightage is just 25%. You can simply leave that 25% question. You got it? So anyway, so let's move forward and see more type of item. Now there is another maths question, but these type of questions are very easy to solve. Height and distance question, question number 45. Apart from those average, profit loss, mensuration, all the question, there can be height and distance question also. So again, with the help of trigonometry, you can easily solve it. Basic trigonometry, minimum level of trigonometry, you can solve the height and distance question. Because always remember, the questions are not very tough. It is tough for those people who have not studied mathematics in that manner, who have not studied mathematics for any competitive exam. It will be very tough for those people. So during the preparation, because now only 2 months are left, so if you are investing so much time in it, you will miss the GS part. And that is why my suggestion is that if you are not good at mathematics, leave it absolutely. Okay, so there can be a time and height and distance question. Then there can be data interpretation. Now it is after, this is I think around the last few questions of mathematics. So this is basically a data interpretation through a pie chart, because in UPSC you will find data interpretation through bar diagrams, bar graphs. There will be graph, and for different year there will be some graphs are provided like this. There will be graphs. So and then there will be some year 2024, then 2025, the graph will be like 2026, graph can be like this, and then they will ask about the average or the differences. It can be number of sales, it can be it can be population size. So there can be comparison. So they will tell you to compare between that what is the percentage change year on year on this in this particular year. So these type of data interpretation question is asked in UPSC. For one diagram there will be 5 questions. So data interpretation in UPSC is different. Here you can find a different data interpretation question again, but the thing is same. So here instead of bar diagram they are using pie chart in which some percentage is given, and based on that percentage you have to calculate any kind of angle. What is the sector angle? If some numerical value is given, then what will the angle of this? And then you have some expenditure, cost per copy, required selling price. Whatever data is required from this diagram, you have to interpret it and you have to solve it. So there can be data interpretation from the pie chart also. Now again different kind of question you can find here. Now after mathematics you will find this unique thing in MPSC exams. You will not find this thing in UPSC exams. They ask the question differently from here, but these are the things which are unique for MPSC exams. For example, see this very beautiful question, conversational response type of questions. Conversation, that suppose you and your friend is talking, or suppose any other person with which you are talking, what kind of response you are giving to that person. So here a friend can be speaking or any other person can be speaking, and what should be your response? And they will ask the question like, what should be your response? The question is other. So see here, one person is speaking, okay, that they are telling something, and in that conversation what should be the proper response? They will put a question here that it should, what should be the maximum empathetic response you are giving, or what should be different kind of response. So it can be empathetic, appropriate response, or anything. They can ask in the question that what is the most natural response for it, what is the most empathetic response for it, what is the most aggressive response for it. Anything they can ask. So this is a conversation response type question, in which in the options you will be having multiple responses, and you have, according to the question, that whether it is empathetic, natural, or whatever, you have to make the right choice, and then your question will be correct. So this is one of the very easy type of questions, okay, in which you can have the probability of making this type of question as a wrong is very, very low. Okay, so attempt these type of questions more. Anyway, then you have in the similar type of question, question number 54, situational judgment type of questions, that there is some kind of situation. It is like a case study, that in a traffic signal someone accidentally hits your car from behind, and then at the car bumper got lodged. How will you react? That there is a situation. Now in this situation, how you are going to react? So these are some beautiful questions, unique questions from MPSC. You will not find these type of questions in other state PCS exams, CSAT exams. So very beautiful questions. So there will be, now here conversation is not there, but a situation is there. Same thing. Reaction, you have to write the correct reaction. So now you have to write the correct signal, that if there is a traffic signal, if there is an accident, someone has hit your car, then what should be your response? Okay, they will just outline in the question that they want an empathetic response, they want a natural response or something. So this is this type of question is put forward to check that what kind of response a person is giving, or whether a person is able to identify proper response or not, that this is a natural response, this is empathetic response. So for this thing they have given this type of question. Now you can have another type of question which is basically most common question, syllogism. So with the help of Venn diagram you can solve it, no need to discuss it. All chairs are table, then you can make a diagram for this. Then no table is a book, then you can exclude that in a different. So with the help of Venn diagrams you can easily solve these syllogism questions. They are very, very easy questions. So they have given 2-3 questions from syllogism also. These are all reasoning questions. Then you have analytical arrangement based on coded signals. Now again there is a unique question coming in MCS exam, because what they have done, in this whole paragraph they have written some kind of coded signals, that this particular thing is coded like this. For example, see here, now this is a question related to some restaurant and manager, that he has given different codes to different waiters, and when he presses one light then it should indicate which waiter. So in this question first you have to write in the rough, I am not solving it, just in the rough work you have to write the name of all the waiters, waiter 1, waiter 2, and what code it is given, and then simply you have to write the answer, that if this light is pressed which waiter will come. This type of question is there. Anyway, so this is called as analytical arrangement based coded signals. So there is a analytical arrangement in which there is coding provided to different entities. In this case there is waiter which is coded, okay, and they are coded through light signals. So now you can see another type of question which here is, now it is not like a syllogism question. In syllogism you have to make the Venn diagram, but here they have given a Venn diagram. This is again a very common question. So now they will be given some kind of Venn diagram in which each Venn diagram is representing something. For example, this triangle is representing politicians. Then this square is representing a member of parliament, MPs. Then this broad triangle, which base is more and height is less, that represent teachers. Then circle is representing graduates. Then they will ask some kind of question, that how many politicians are teachers, how many politicians are graduates. This type of questions they can put. So this is a different type of question in which Venn diagram based classification is there, and it is also provided in question number 65 last year. So again this year you can experience a same kind of question, but the data will be changed and you have to prepare it accordingly. So it is very, very easy to understand and very easy to prepare. Anyway, now there are figure counting questions. These are standard. I can tell you that these are very, very legacy based questions. These questions are mandatory in SSC, CGL and one-day government exams, that you have to calculate the number of triangles here. Obviously you can, it is very, very easy, and there are tricks. In a reasoning question there are large number of tricks. The tricks are in mathematics also. So in reasoning question there are large number of tricks. You are not required to count every triangle, but in worst case, if you are not knowing the trick or if you are forgetting the trick, then if you can manually count also, because there is sufficient time with you. You can manually count the triangles, because you are not required to attempt all the 80 questions. You are only required to attempt 45 to 50 questions. So give enough time to these questions and you can calculate these things manually also. Okay, and these are questions very easy to understand. So just easy cake, 2.5 marks. So calculate how many triangles, calculate how many squares, this type of question can be given. So again, this is a question number 69. So now there can be different mirror image questions. So now mirror image can be in the form of diagram, but here the mirror image can be in the form of letters also. That what is the mirror image? So you can simply place one mirror, write the whatever letter is there, then you can just analyze what is the mirror image here. And similarly, apart from this, they can place here different kind of image like this. There will be different kind of image. One circle is there, one square is there, one triangle is there. And what will be the mirror image of this? So instead of using this diagram, they have used this basically letters. That what is the mirror image? Okay. So you can expect either diagram or either letters in the exam. So there is mirror image questions also in question number 71. Then you can find another set of questions which are basically dice type of questions. Now you can see this question number 72. These are single questions in each group and all belong to reasoning. You can easily clear all these questions because next year also there will be similar type of questions with different data and very easy to solve anyway. So now there is some dice questions because there are two positions of same dice is given, and based on that what number will be on the top when 4 is at the bottom. So first position is this, second position is this. You have to identify where is the position of 4, and if 4 is on top, then what is at the bottom, or if 4 is at the bottom, then what is at the top. You have to analyze the third dice. Very simple. Now see the next thing. Next type of question is basically analogy based questions, that a relationship is there. So simply if you can see this question, that the question in CGL exams, you can find this question written in a different way. They write like this: ignite means combustion, then they place this type of thing, and then trigger belongs to what? Trigger is for what? So here they place one fill in the blanks, and this is the way questions is written in CGL exams. So here also you can say simply solve it: ignite for combustion, trigger for gun, trigger for war, quarrel, whatever is the most appropriate. Because if you fit trigger, then trigger will fit in everybody. But the most appropriate where it will fit, either it will fit in gun or it will fit in war. The war can be triggered, quarrel can be triggered, but where is it most appropriately fitting? So this type of analogy based questions you can find in this year. Now you can find coding decoding question, which is again a very legacy based question, very standard type of questions in every kind of aptitude test. Now in a certain code language, anything, it can be a single word with different letters also, or it can be 3 words. Here are 3 words, 1, 2, 3. Name you pick. 3 words are coded like this. Then how it will be different letters are coded like this. So you have to match it, that which letter is coded as what, and then you have to identify that how the required thing is coded. So this is called as coding decoding type of question. In question number 74 this was given, a single question. Then you can find question number 75, ranking and comparison. So basically there will be some height comparison is given, that this person is this height or at a greater height than this person is shorter than this person is taller than that person. Finally they will ask a question that Sushil is shorter than Roshan. Okay, who is the tallest person? So you can simply draw the lines that this person is taller than this, then so suppose Sushil is taller than Rohan, then Rohan is taller than whom. Everything you can draw here. Finally you will automatically get the line that who is the tallest person. These are very easy questions. So attempt only easy questions. Now we have seen 21, there are 26 type of questions given here. Now here is 22nd. So you can see here direction sense question, again the most easiest of the question. So here going 50 meter to the south of my house. So just place here on the coordinates, place somewhere your house. Suppose you are placing house here. So 50 meters south of my house, so 50 meters south, then go. So sense of direction type of questions are always there, and this can be solved in 10 seconds. Okay, there they can ask, even sometimes they can ask angles also, that at what angle this is. Now the question can be tough also, but here the direction based questions are also getting asked. So the question number 76 is basically direction based question. Then there can be linear seating arrangement question. Okay. So by mistake I have placed the same thing here. You can go and find in the question number 77 linear seating type of arrangement, that which person is right, which person is left, and that type of question is also placed here. So by mistake I have placed a different screenshot here. So the question is basically linear or circular arrangement question can also come, in which the people are sitting like this circle, and then you will be asked that who is behind what or who is beside which person. Right side of that person is this, left side of that person is this, on a round table. So round table question can, linear arrangement can also come, or circular arrangement can also be asked in your exams. So there are these type of questions. Now we are almost at the end of our question paper and the grouping. For example, instruction sequence and pattern. So now again this is a very unique question asked in MCS examination. Simple question but unique question. That in the following sequence of instruction, 1 stands for run, that number 1 will be stand for running, 2 stands for stop, 3 stands for go, 4 stands for sit, and 5 stands for wait. Now if the sequence is continued, which instruction will come next? That this is the sequence. Now they have not given that 6 or 7 like this, no. So 4 means what? 4 means stand, 4 stands for sit, 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 then 5 stands for wait, sit, sit, wait, like this kind of thing they have given. And you have to correct here, you have to write here that if that is the next thing is given here, find the sequence first, that how this sequence is given, and identify which will come next, which instruction will come next. So meanwhile in the classes we will discuss all these type of questions, and in the test series, in the classes I will give you notes. In the test series I will give you the question related to this, exactly related to this with the changed data, and then I will provide you notes for this and practice questions for this also, so that you can have a good practice of your content. Anyway, so these are some of the most easy questions you can solve here. Anyway, blood relation, again very standard question is given, that A and B are sister, A is the mother of D, D is the mother of C, and finally the question will be asked that what is the relation between B and F, or what is the relation. Here instead of letters there can be some names also, that what is the name of this person or that person, or what is the relation between this person and that person. So it is called as blood relation question, question number 79. And then there is a question number 80. It is also a missing type question, letter series question, but a letter will be missing here. Okay. So this is the series in which some letters are missing here, and you have to find it here. So there are various tricks, with the help of trick or with layman style also, manually you can solve it. If you are not knowing the trick, still you can solve these type of questions. So basically up to the question number 80 I have shown you that if you are avoiding the question number 29 to 48, these questions are all maths question. If you remove it also, then also it is very easy to clear the CSAT exam. So based on that I will take your doubts if you have any kind of doubts. So this was our strategy, that whatever section you are good at, you practice with that. And because most number of our students are from non-mathematics background, you should be completely avoiding mathematics in CSAT paper. Never ever try to study mathematics for CSAT paper. Okay? Only if you are preparing for banking, one-day exam, CGL, where you are coming across mathematics, or LDA where coming across mathematics, then only you can go and do the mathematics. Otherwise, do not run behind 25% marks. Focus on how you are going to get 33% marks. Your job is to get 66, 67 marks only. Beyond that marks, nothing counts. Okay? In mains exam, you have to focus on every single mark. That is our strength, that we will be doing in the mains mentorship classes. So every single question we will practice in the class, but here, since it is qualifying in nature, only focus on how to get the minimum marks required for qualification. Okay? So we will see you in the next class, and then we will start some of the topics. Some portion from the environment ecology, that is soil pollution, is left. I was about to start that topic, but first I thought that at least I have to give you an idea of CSAT, so that you can start preparing your CSAT paper also. And as far as I am concerned, if I am at your place, I will avoid mathematics, I will avoid all the difficult type of questions, I will focus on comprehension, and I will focus on easy questions of reasoning, and then I can easily qualify this exam. Okay? So best of luck for CSAT, and meanwhile there will be a few classes for CSAT, and content will be uploaded for CSAT. So if you have any doubt, you can simply ask.